Hi guys, thank you for coming to my channel, Heavenly Star Tarot. I'm going to be doing my Pisces today. This is going to be a general reading. It can apply to your sun, moon, rising, and or Venus. Energies go back and forth. That means that it could be you, it could be them. It won't always resonate, basically, is what that means. Everybody has a different situation, different story. It can apply to your home life, your career life, your love life. But hopefully it helps you out in some way. Okay, my Pisces, let's do this. I call love and light, angels, spirit guides, higher self, all that is divine and heavenly. Please help me give my Pisces the perfect message that is intended for them to receive, that will help them, guide them, show them on their true life purpose. Beneath the deck, you have the Ten of Wands. Okay, so some of you guys might be very, very tired. It feels emotional though. Are you feeling emotional, my Pisces? Heavy-hearted, overwhelmed, maybe stressed. Maybe you should go on vacation if you can. If not, maybe a staycation. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. My Pisces, let's see. I'm going to do, let's do a Celtic, mini Celtic. I'm going to use this deck. This would be the Thelema Tarot. I'm going to clarify with the Witch's Tarot and then give you a Butterfly Oracle card towards the end for some extra advice, insight. Hopefully it helps you in some way. They want you to know, this is what they want you to know, that sometimes it's enough for you to acknowledge your own feelings so that your heart feels heard and understood. Okay, main message, first card, the situation. What's the deal? What's going on? What's the main issue, basically? Come here. Where are you going? You have the Six of Swords. So this is leaving the drama behind, leaving the turbulence. Might be wanting to, it might be a traveling somewhere, a retreat of some kind where you can get some rest from the mental anguish, from the cutting words. You know, take a vacay. This is leaving the drama and moving into harmonious vibes. Harmonious vibes. Take it how it applies to you. What's the challenge? Challenge is the Tower, trying to avoid a disaster. Okay, makes sense. It's like, I'm not going to tell you what I'm feeling, what I really want to say to you. I'm going to avoid this and just go. So trying to keep your words to yourself. How does that go? You know, when you really, really want to say something, but just if you have to leave, if you stay, you just might say something that you might regret, or you know, you might hurt someone's feelings, which I not necessarily thinking you're caring, but it's just, it'll cause more drama. It'll involve more people, and other people don't necessarily need to be involved. You don't want them to know, just not being in your business. So it's like, I'm just going to be the bigger person, avoid the situation, and just leave. Calm down. It's time to calm down. Apparently it's pretty challenging to do so. Maybe somebody really pushes your buttons, so it's like, you can't really do much but leave. Beneath the surface, you have the Four of Pentacles. So this is holding on to something, someone, very, very tightly. It's Pentacles. Maybe it's saving. It's beneath the surface. So subconsciously, you might know about it, might not know about it. Might be doing this in secret, like I'm just going to save, not say a word until I have enough money to take this trip, to leave, to go on with my life. Holding on, keeping something very, very close to your chest. You might not want to let everybody know how much money you have, for whatever reason. It could even be your children, like when they're asking. If you have children, obviously. Or if, you have those parents that are always asking you for money. You might have before been very open to it and very, trying to be helpful, but now you're kind of seeing like somebody here is taking advantage. No more Mr. or Mrs. Nice Guy, right? So holding on to every dime. Holding on to those words. Not really saying what's on your mind at the moment. That's not always very healthy. So there might be a need to seek therapeutic help. Another way of venting. Another way to cope. Working with coping mechanisms. Recent past, you have death. Scorpio energy. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. You have this in your natal chart. But this is the energy some of you are coming from. My condolences if you are mourning someone. Maybe it's this time of year that brings up these emotions. Because I do feel like feeling very emotional. Heavy-hearted. If it has to do with finally releasing something. There is a need to release, to vent, to talk about it. But perhaps who you have around you is not necessarily the best person to talk about this with or just talk to in general, because there's a temper or not caring. They don't hear you. They don't understand you. This is how you feel. Feeling alone. Like it's all on you. So you shouldn't, can't tell you what to do. You shouldn't keep all this bottled up. Write it down. Keep a journal. Scream. Go out to the desert and just scream your lungs out. Or, I don't know. Because there is a need to release this. Forgive. There's a sense of guilt too. Maybe someone is making you feel guilty, or you yourself feel guilty for what could have, should have, would have. Okay, let's see. What is your crowning energy about? This is what's on your mind. You're constantly thinking about. It could be this fire sign, Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Whether it's a person, it doesn't have to be a queen. It could be a king. But this is taking action, being noticed. Maybe you're tired of not being noticed, feeling invisible. So deep inside, you kind of want to, venture out. You might not say it because of what they might think of you. It's okay to go out. But no, I feel what you mean. I feel what you mean. So this is motivated to do so. Like, when is it my turn? When can I go out and do what I desire? When is it time for me to please me, to do what makes me happy? Why do I always have to take care of everyone? Why do they look to me for the answers? A lot of that type of energy. Let's see. Near future. getting a lot of attention, going for that you desire. Very entrepreneur, starting something. Okay. Going to look for your cups. The Ten of Cups, beautiful. Getting your own family. You know what it reminds me of? Like someone that's always taking care, making sure that everybody else is taken care of. You know, supporting them, making sure they have enough money, making sure they feel good, making sure that they have something to eat. You know, even when it depletes you, when you're left with nothing, it's a lot of emotional drain. But you don't really necessarily want to say that, especially if it's family, especially if they can't take care of themselves. You know, an older parent, or like that caregiver energy. It's like you can't really blame the other person if they're sick or if they're going through some type of mental, psychological, or, you know, challenge, dealing with their feelings. An empath type of energy, really absorbing others' feelings, and for so long that it makes you feel that way, where you're always happy and then you're dealing with someone that's always sad. Eventually you're going to kind of feel their energy, so it feels very overwhelming. So when can you make you happy? So this has to do with self-care, satisfaction, taking care of yourself, your home, your family, or even venturing out and when can I start my family? When? Justice, okay. So it hasn't been fair. And maybe realizing that that's enough. Equality. You deserve the best. You deserve everything like everybody else does. You deserve to be happy. And the Eight of Wands, that's like a lot of communication, back and forth. Oh, you know what it feels like? Finally having that heart-to-heart conversation, expressing, this is how I feel, this is how you make me feel. And the other person finally acknowledging it, understanding it, listening even, like having the time to actually listen. Maybe they really didn't know how much of a strain this was because you didn't appear to be bothered. You didn't appear like it was a big deal. You were willing to do it, so they were willing to let you do it. Others of you, this has to do with, okay, so it's like if you decide to venture out and put yourself first, you're gonna get a lot of attention. Like, you can't meet anyone if you don't go out. If you don't love you, you can't get a job if you don't put the resumes out. If you don't look, for work. It would be awesome if someone just knocks at your door and say like, hey, by the way, do you want this amazing job that I have? I just happened to pass by this house and I'm like thinking, whoever lives in there probably would love this job. That would be nice, but not necessarily the way it happens. Okay. When I see the Eight of Wands, I see like emails, texts, back and forth. Has to do with passion. Very social media type. No, online dating. Like maybe you never thought of doing this, or it was embarrassing, or it's like, oh, that never works out, but never know until you try it. I'm not telling you you should go do that, but there's something you guys already know that you wanted to do. Maybe go dancing. You don't necessarily have to go with anyone. It's not their business. Tell them, you know, yeah, I came with whoever. They're out dancing with whoever. Beneath the deck. Okay. You have the Seven of Swords. So this is pretty sneaky. Somebody trying to get away with something. It's not very truthful. Trust. A lack of trust. A lack of trust. Who doesn't trust who? Maybe both sides. And then nobody goes anywhere. Nothing happens. Swords are about your thoughts, your words. Cheating. You could have dealt with someone that cheated on you before, so then you kind of expect everybody to be the same way. Possible. So not really giving people opportunity to show you they're genuine, but obviously because of the experience. Or you're dealing with someone that doesn't really believe you. Something could have happened before. Okay. So it's like, I'm just going to avoid the whole thing by not even trying. So it's a bit of self-sabotage. I think we all do that, self-sabotage. Kind of talking ourselves out of doing certain things. Rationalizing it, right? Let's see, what is the Six of Swords about? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So this is a block. Blocking your own miracles, progress, process. This is somebody constantly throwing that wrench in the wheel, so the wheel's not going to go anywhere. So it kind of is how I was saying what was I saying? I forgot. So this is a block, right? Like, things don't really change. I'm not going to try because nothing ever changes. It's clarifying the Six of Swords. So it's like, oh, I'm going to just leave the drama behind. I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to let them push my buttons. And you plan this trip. You plan to go, and then it doesn't go anywhere. You don't go anywhere. You change your mind, or you rationalize it. It's too far, or, you know, they convince you. Who else is going to take care of me? Who else is going to be here for me? So feeling that someone is manipulative here, manipulating and tugging at your emotions. They know what to say, what to do to make you stay and not do what it is that you feel that it's time to do, or, you know, time to go. The Tower in reverse, avoiding that disaster. Seems like it's just too hard, especially if there's others involved. Your actions are going to affect others. If you have kids, you know, it's like, do I really want to just go to a total new city where I don't know anyone? Or what about, you know, my children? Or do you even have a plan? Or they'll tell you, do you have a plan? So it's challenging because it's easier to stay. It's easier just to, you know, settle. And that in itself seems like it's just avoiding a disaster. Is what I feel like. They make whatever you want, or you yourself. You might be thinking, well, if I go and start this new job, if I go with this person, if I completely just shift careers, then, and it turns out to be worse, then I am the one to blame type thing. Or they're going to blame me. And there's that whole, I told you so. Let's see. Let's clarify. Clarifying the Tower is, guess what? the Tower. And guess what? It's in reverse. So it's like a no-win. If I go and avoid this disaster, then there goes that other disaster. Kind of expecting whatever the move is. It's going to be a disaster anyway. It's not going to work. It's still going to crumble. Why even try? Well, that's not. Well, you know, could just be temporary, hopefully, my Pisces. The Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Lovers. Gemini energy. This is a connection, a choice, a head over heart decision. Wanting to really, really hold on to what's left of it and hoping and praying that it could be the same again. They'll love me again. If I do this, they'll see I'm doing it for them. I can't leave them. They can't leave you. Don't leave me. It's a secretly wanting to be chosen even. You're holding on to some hope and really, really praying that you will be chosen. So there could be some kind of situation whether it's a bit of, cheating, tiny percent. Others of you, this is in your dreams. So it's like wanting, desiring that fantasy, that too good to be true romance, Like, I see it on TV all the time. That kind of stuff doesn't really happen. I mean, it does sometimes, but it's rare. But, death is clarified by the High Priestess in reverse. So, this is your energy, my Pisces. So this way, this is your intuition on point, being in alignment with your higher self. Holding on. The High Priestess is very knowledgeable. She knows a lot, but she also knows when to say something and when not to say it. The right timing. Others of you, this is the Divine giving you only what you need to know when you need to know it, and you being okay with it, right? Because there's no stress, there's no worry, going with the flow, like, when it's time, it's time. I feel like I'm good. Very peaceful. But the High Priestess can be extra secretive. In reverse, this is someone that is not really trusting their intuition, that is possibly unable to release whatever this is. There could have been a secret, something that has been known recently, and it's stopping forward movement. Kind of threw you off. Of course, if it has to do with, the death of a loved one. I feel like this is in the past though, like it was a while back, and you're kind of hearing their words, what they said, remembering how you were. Doesn't have to be romantic, just someone that you really, really cared for. And then now they're not in your life, so it hurts. So that's where that emotional heaviness really kicks in, and where you might need to go ahead and seek that guidance from a therapist. Join a support group to deal with this, or deal with this loved one that is going through this. Clarifying the Queen of Wands is the Three of Pentacles. This is all about working with others, collaborating, working at. It's clarifying the Queen of Wands, so that's taking action, seeking other opinions, counseling, a mediator, a mediator to help you with this healing process. Others of you, might be what you want to do. You want to be a spiritual healer, or you are a spiritual healer. And by being able to empathize with others, sometimes someone needs to heal the healer. Who's going to heal the healer? You're strong and you help others, but sometimes people don't realize that really affects you. They feel because you're a healer, because you have the answers, you should always be okay. Clarifying. Well, I'm just going to give you this one. Judgment. This is an awakening. An epiphany. Some of you might feel judged, or others might feel that you are the one that's always judgmental, like a know-it-all. Tiny percent. But for the most part, this is an awakening. It could be going through a spiritual awakening, and believe me, it's not as, heavenly as it sounds. It can be quite tormenting. Your body goes through so much. Your mental goes through so much. You become a different person. You don't relate with the same people. You don't resonate with what you used to resonate with. You don't always enjoy the same things. And you could be judged for this. Like, what's wrong with you? You need help. Why are you so different? What are you doing? So, something like this. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. I guess the Two of Pentacles in reverse. See where you should be like this in Zen mode. It's hard to be meditating if you're like this. So there's a need for balance. Juggling too many things. Juggling with too many things. Emotional roller coaster. A loved one could definitely be going through something like that, and it's affecting you. Trying to be supportive, but one day they're happy, one day they're not. So a bit of that bipolar energy that makes you feel a bit bipolar. Others, this is in regards to just, life in general. Like, how do you maintain stability at home and then also doing an amazing job at work? And where are you supposed to have that extra time for you? Okay, my Pisces. Let's see. This is a butterfly oracle card. This is the advice from the divine, your higher self, whoever it is that you believe in. That's 2 cards. Okay. Your first card is healing from the past. Okay, makes sense. That's where that death energy is in the past position there. It's been difficult to heal from past. you know, losing people in the past. Just a different version of you. So many different things. I'll read it to you in a second. So I need to release that. And finances. It's hard to deal with emotional when you are trying to make sure you have enough to eat. I could see how that could definitely take a toll. It's like I don't even have the finances to go get help because that's pretty expensive. You might have to help someone go to rehab or picking up the slack because of what's happening, and that's not always very affordable. You see those stars, how many hundreds of thousands do they pay for rehab? So it's supposed to, and they do it many, many, many times, and that's because we see them on TV, so we know about their life. But on a normal person, it's, you only get so many sessions. You only get so much support. How are you supposed to do that for some of you? Let's see. Let's read Healing the Past 45, which is a 9, which is that Virgo energy. Looking within. Oh, wait. Nope, that was not the one, but I guess. You guys, if you're still with me, please like. It's really what helped me. I'm trying to get back on my YouTube game. Yeah, 45. What am I thinking? I said 49. Because I was thinking of the 9. 45. This card comes to you because there's a recurring pattern that stems from hurt feelings in your past. It's time for you to change this pattern by facing and healing old emotional pain. You may feel tired of revisiting the same issues, yet believe that there's no other way. So, additional meanings for this could be facing your feelings, forgiveness, healing work, leadership, and activism, releasing emotional and physical weight. Maybe it's time to donate some old items. So that's for that one. Hope that makes sense to you guys. Since we have the finance one there, might as well read it. Why not? And finances would be 35. So 45 and 35. So there could be an age difference here. So that would be, this card signals a change in your financial situation. Please don't allow yourself to assume that this is a negative reversal. The only reason why you would feel afraid is because the ego associates change with fear. Yet this card heralds a reward for the diligent work you've done and are committed to continuing. Through the spiritual law of cause and effect, efforts always yield corresponding results. This also means that if you haven't been actively putting in effort, your financial returns will reflect this. Happily, though, you do have the power to change your finances for the better by taking the steps that you are divinely guided to. Keep your thoughts elevated because positive thoughts really do create beneficial financial changes. This could also be good timing to ask for a raise or a promotion, starting a new business, reducing expenses. Caution about whom you enter into a business agreement or sign a contract with. Could be in regards to an inheritance, winning a settlement, a favorable outcome, or settling debt. There you go, my Pisces. I hope that makes sense. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Press the little bell thingy if you want to be notified when I upload. I'm trying to really be more consistent, but life sometimes has a way of messing with that because I'm human too. Okay, thank you, bye.